People always say the most dangerous things happen late at night. But that night, Caleb learned the truth. Sometimes the danger doesn't chase you. Sometimes it sits right beside you. Lightning flashed across the sky, tearing open the darkness as Caleb gripped the steering wheel. His gloves were soaked, the old van shuddering beneath every gust of wind. He shouldn't have been on that mountain road, not in the storm, not after 3 sleepless days of searching. But then the call came. They found her. His sister, Leela, barely breathing. Caleb didn't think twice. He left everything behind and drove. That's when headlights appeared behind him. Too close, too fast, too focused on him. And when the car refused to pass, matching his speed, staying on his bumper like a shadow he couldn't shake, Caleb felt the first spark of dread crawl beneath his skin. At the next bend, the road narrowed. The other vehicles swerved sharply, forcing Caleb off the asphalt. Mud sprayed, tires screamed, his heart slammed against his ribs. He braked hard. The stranger's car stopped just ahead, and a man stepped out. Tall, drenched, silent. He walked to Caleb's window and knocked twice, slow, deliberate, with a gloved fist. "You heading to St. Marlowe?" he asked, with a voice that sounded torn between exhaustion and fear. Caleb froze. That was the hospital where they'd taken Lila. The man said his name was Daniel, said his car broke down, said his wife was in labor, said he needed to get there before it was too late. The desperation in his eyes, it wasn't something a liar could mimic. Still, something felt wrong, terribly wrong. But then Daniel whispered, "Please, I've got nothing left to lose." And that cracked something inside Caleb. "Get in," he muttered. The storm swallowed them as the van rolled forward, both men trapped in silence thick enough to choke on. Daniel's trembling hands, the shadows on his face, the fear that wasn't just about a baby, Caleb saw it all. Then Daniel asked, "You ever lose someone?" Caleb swallowed. "Maybe. My sister. They found her, but she's bad." Daniel turned, breath catching. "How?" Caleb hesitated, then said it. "Her boyfriend, Jason Reeves. He vanished." The van lurched as Daniel's face drained of color. "I know him. I was in prison with Jason. He talked about her, said she was the one who got away, said if she ever tried to leave..." He broke off, jaw tightening. Then he slowly revealed something wrapped in plastic under his jacket. Leela's phone, covered in blood. The rest of the ride blurred. Panic, sirens, fear, until they reached the hospital. Inside, the nurse said the words Caleb had prayed for. "She's stable." Caleb swallowed. "Maybe. My sister. They found her, but she's bad." Daniel turned, breath catching. "How?" Caleb hesitated, then said it. "Her boyfriend, Jason Reeves. He vanished." The van lurched as Daniel's face drained of color. "I know him. I was in prison with Jason. He talked about her, said she was the one who got away, said if she ever tried to leave..." He broke off, jaw tightening. Then he slowly revealed something wrapped in plastic under his jacket. Leela's phone, covered in blood. The rest of the ride blurred. Panic, sirens, fear, until they reached the hospital. Inside, the nurse said the words Caleb had prayed for. "She's stable." Relief hit him so hard his body shook. Daniel followed quietly, head down, steps heavy with guilt and something deeper. In Leela's room, under the dim light, Daniel broke. He knelt beside her bed. Tears cut through the grime on his face. His voice cracked like something old and wounded. "I'm sorry. I should have been faster." Then he placed a small photograph on her bedside table, him and a younger Leela, laughing in sunlight. Caleb stared. You?" Daniel nodded, trembling. "She's my daughter. I left when she was 5. I was broken, lost, spent 20 years running. When I got out, all I wanted was to see her again." Caleb's throat tightened. The storm outside suddenly felt small. Then Lila stirred. Her eyes fluttered open, first toward her brother, then toward the man kneeling beside her. Recognition flickered. Not anger, not blame, just a fragile thread of hope. Daniel didn't speak. He simply held her hand gently, reverently, like he was afraid it might disappear. Later, Caleb returned to the room. Daniel was gone. Only the photograph remained, with a note tucked beneath it. "I'll wait outside. She needs you first." Caleb looked at Lila. She smiled weakly and whispered, "He came back." And in that moment, Caleb understood. Some kindnesses aren't loud. They're quiet, messy, painful, redeeming. Sometimes it's a man walking through a storm just to put a photograph on his daughter's bedside table. And sometimes that's enough to stitch a broken family back together. If this story touched your heart even a little, remember this: every family has wounds. Every heart carries something heavy, but kindness, real, imperfect kindness, can heal more than we think. Thank you so much for watching DLYN Stories. Please come back again for another story of forgiveness, humanity, and second chances. You are always welcome here.